of them to get that confidence and build into that.
Yeah, we mentioned Arizona State has lost 2 in a row. So has Colorado after an 8-0 start, the best since 1949. 2 new starters for Arizona State, with McCabe and Mayusin getting the call their first starts in a Sun Devil uniform. Jump shot off the mark from Jop. 1 and done for Arizona State in the opening possession.
I think if you're Colorado, you have an anybody but Mo Odom mentality at the defensive end of the floor. Try to make somebody else beat you.
Malone has it taken away by Jop. Pass down floor, knocked away by Dak. And they're going to say last touch by Arizona State.
Arizona State has got to control the game by limiting their turnovers. If they turn the ball over, that turnover doesn't hurt them as much because it's a dead ball turnover, but those live ball turnovers have been backbreaking for Arizona State that allows opponents to score out in front of that defense.
Hargress trying to come get the basketball, but that was denied well by Odom. Dak with the shot clock at 7. Ronchik for 3, no good. Kept alive. Malone able to secure it and finish inside.
One of the things they've challenged up on is to start becoming a better defensive rebounder. Very good at the offensive end, but not making his presence felt at the defensive end, and he just got pushed out by Malone.
Odom no good on the 3. McCabe with the offensive rebound, goes back up and lays it in.
McCabe, the grad transfer from Oakland, was very strong a season ago with his ability to finish inside the paint. Second team All Horizon League.
Double clutch by Hargress and able to put it in as he sensed Odom coming over to swat it away.
He's been playing some of his best basketball as of late. The last 4 games, about 18 points per contest.
Ford will hoist, and that's not close. Rebound Hargress. Barrington Hargress tried to get it to Ronchik, and he turned it over. 2-on-2. Arizona State doesn't have numbers, so they'll slow it down.
Pretty sloppy start by both teams. It's not valuing the basketball early.
Total of 3 turnovers and 3 field goals between the 2 teams in the first 2.5 minutes. Shot clock inside of 10 for Arizona State. 3-pointer up, no good for Mayusin. Arizona State is 0 for 3 from deep. Entry pass to Malone, knocked away. And it will stay with Colorado. Year 11 for Bobby Hurley at Arizona State. 3 NCAA tournament appearances. Last in 2023. Colorado having trouble getting it in, and it's a 5-second violation.
That was really good defense, and they operated that exactly how they went over at shoot-around earlier today. They talked about making sure they're switching some of those screens to ensure that they can stay on the ball side and force the pass over the top, and Colorado just held onto it for too long.
Saw a shot of Tad Boyle, the Colorado coach. Year 16 for him. All-time leader in wins in Boulder. And 6 trips to the NCAA tournament.
Zone defense here by Colorado.
Ford off the screen. Shot clock inside of 10 again. Well, they get a good shot. They haven't got many. Odom downhill, puts up the floater short, kept alive by Jop. And Jop able to get control, and then he's fouled. Good work on the offensive glass that time by the freshman Basamba Jop.
I mentioned it earlier. Defensive rebounding, not a strength. Offensive rebounding, he puts himself in really good position often, and he's been playing with much better confidence over the last 4 games, averaging over 16 points per contest. And this is an Arizona State team that didn't have really any size a season ago. He is their size this year. He needs to stay on the floor and continue to build the confidence of what he's doing at the offensive end and have that carry over to impact the game at the defensive end. If you're in Big 12 play, you're going to have to defensive rebound. You're going to have interior presence. And for the Sun Devils, it's 35.
Well, Jop missed the first free throw. He had been shooting at a 90% clip the last few games, but he missed both. Meanwhile, Pick Johnson, one of the top bench players in the Big 12, checks in for Arizona State. With only 2 points in 3 minutes, Bobby Hurley electing to go to Pick Johnson to give him some scoring. He averages about 14 points per game. Good ball movement on the perimeter. Bricking a three is Dak. Loose ball into the hands of Johnson. Ahead to McCabe. Ronchi got the block, kept alive. Dak has it now for the Buffaloes. Knocked away by Meusen, out of bounds to the Buffaloes.
Both these teams need to settle down. They need to just breathe a little bit here. And the ball, very careless, loose passing going on for both teams. Value the possession. And McCabe, by the way, had the size and strength advantage there. He should have played off of two and driven straight down the lane and gotten to the basket with power instead of the finesse move that he made that allowed his shot to get blocked.
Arizona State hasn't played in 12 days. Colorado played a handful of days ago, but maybe both teams a little rusty early in the new year. Mass substitutions for both teams. Colorado 2 of 5 from the floor. Arizona State 1 of 7. The two teams have combined 0 for 5 from 3. McKaylee spinning in the lane. Shot clock inside of 10. Isaiah Johnson gives it up. Now a three-pointer. And the misses continue. And another one and done. Johnson drives. Can't get the scoop. But a foul is called. More free throws for Arizona State when we come back. And a low-scoring start here in Tempe.
Both these teams have had substantial time. They've been at practices. They've been focusing on the details of what they have to do to get better. And then in preparation, you have the anxiousness of the start of conference play. And whoever is able to exhale first and get back to who they are, I think is going to see themselves pull out to a lead in this game. Getting to the free throw line is a great way to manufacture points right now where your offense is struggling and you can't find a rhythm.
Pick Johnson gets them both. The last 8 games, he's shooting way over 80% from the floor. In fact, at one point, he had made 25 in a row. 14 for 14 in a game against UCLA. That ties it at 4 here in Tempe. First game of 2026 for both teams. Might have been a travel on the drive by McKaylee. An empty possession nonetheless. Spotting up Johnson's three is good. 5 quick points for Pick Johnson.
He is a microwave off the bench. And you mentioned his contest against UCLA. He's done that time and time again throughout the early stages of this season in the non-conference.
We said something good was bound to happen offensively. Good ball movement. Ron Cheeks three, no, but a foul. Remember last year they fouled him at the end of the game and he only made 2. Could have had a chance to tie it. We'll see if this time around he's able to make all 3 as Johnson commits the foul, the first on Arizona State.
Good recognition that time by Colorado, though. That's where they want to find him, though. They want him in the corner in spot up threes. That's where he's comfortable to be able to knock down his shot. Has struggled from the field the last couple of games, just 33%, 8 of 24 over the last 2. And for him, it's important to get off to a good start this afternoon. Tad Boyle's team defensively has had lapses throughout the course of this season that have allowed their opponents to gain confidence. And sometimes for this group, you don't like it this way, but your offense impacts how you play at the defensive end. You usually want your defensive effort to carry over to the offensive end. With this Colorado team, at times, it goes the opposite direction.
Andrija Gribovic checks in. He has been under the weather. We weren't sure he would play, but he is out there coming off the bench for Bobby Hurley's team today. As the third free throw is good for Ron Cheek, so he makes them all. And we are tied at 7. His first points of the game.
This press that you're seeing from Colorado is pretty much just primarily designed to force Arizona State to work later in the shot clock.
Johnson short on the triple try. Long rebound to Hargress. Hargress takes it all the way up the court. 5 quick Colorado points to retake the lead. Odom on the baseline. Gribovic for 3. Second three-pointer for Arizona State already.
They need to make their shots. For Arizona State to be a team that wins games in the Big 12 this season, they need to be able to knock down the three-point shot. It's what they were able to do in Maui. They struggled, obviously, against Oregon State.
Welcome to Desert Financial Arena in Tempe. Arizona State and Colorado got off to a slow start. Both teams starting to get it going a little bit offensively. Still a low-scoring first half. Argress knocking down the jumper to give Colorado the lead. Both teams showing signs of promise with early season good wins. Both, though, riding 2-game losing streaks, playing their conference opener today. Jop on the drive, gets it to fall, and the Sun Devils back in front. These two teams picked at the bottom of the Big 12. But Colorado got off to its best start in 76 years, and Arizona State has some quality wins as well, including Texas, Oklahoma, Santa Clara. Argos hits a 3, Jop a slam on the other end. Both teams now getting into a groove offensively. Each team has had a significant layoff. Arizona State hasn't played in 12 days.
I like the tempo and the pacing starting to settle into what we anticipated before the start of this game. Hargress has played very well in the early stages, 4 of 4 from the field for Colorado.
Now it's Arizona State foul. That's the second team foul on the Sun Devils, on Gribovich.
And a good ball movement all the way into the corner. Hargress, who can really score the basketball. Last 4 games averaging about 18 points per contest, shooting red hot from 3. And then Jop's ability to run the floor. Arizona State doesn't have a lot of size, but Jop is a guy that can really excel at that dunker spot or just those rim run opportunities, and a good job finding him out in transition over the top of the defense.
Arizona State feels among the young players they have, Jop has the highest ceiling. Here's a Colorado freshman that has a high ceiling, Jalen Holland, but he had not been shooting it well, 2 for 16. But Tad Boyle said before the game he thinks he's going to get unlocked here soon. Maybe it's today.
Really lazy passing right now for Arizona State, and that's actually a baited-in foul. And they're not aggressively attacking the pressure at all right now.
Third team foul on Colorado. Holland picks up the personal, his first.
I mean, awkward place to pick up the ball, and then you put your teammate in a really bad situation, and you get up and then make contact. It's a bailout foul, but you want to apply pressure and attack. People that press you don't like to feel that pressure coming back at them at the opposite end of the floor.
Pig Johnson on the step back, missed the 3, had 5 quick points. Couldn't get that one to fall. And then they don't get back defensively. They allow Bengot Dak to get all the way to the cup. Largest lead for either team at 5 points.
See, that's why you've got to be aggressive, Dave, because this press, again, is not designed necessarily to turn you over. If you aggressively attack here in Tempe.
And Colorado's lead is 5, 8 minutes gone by. The Buffaloes have lost 11 straight conference road wins, trying to end that bad streak here today in Tempe. Empty possession for Arizona State. Colorado looking to add to the lead. Elijah Malone backing down McCabe, got the start today. Entry pass to Dak, fumbled out of bounds. It'll be Arizona State ball. Dak thought it was off Arizona State.
Asking for the review, and the coach is like, just keep playing. That's when you know you're wrong.
Turnover by Arizona State. Johnson in transition, hangs and finishes with the left hand.
Just dribbled into traffic, and that's 2 times in a row that Pig Johnson has driven into traffic, took a difficult layup, and then we've got a pass coming to me, and that's not good. I was open, but that's not where you want to go. You throw this pass across the top, and you try to split the double team, and you just lose the ball out in front of you. It leads to an empty, easy bucket out in front.
So back-to-back turnovers by Arizona State.
I was open here, though. I mean, look, I was shot ready.
Your percentage from 55 feet was pretty good at UCLA?
It was the only shot I could make at UCLA.
Dak puts it on the deck, throws to the corner. They're in the midway point of the first half. 7-0 Colorado run. Arizona State hasn't scored in 2.5 minutes. Dak's pass intercepted by Odom. See if Odom can get going. He's been quiet so far. No points in this game. He's their leading scorer at 16 points per game. The 3 goes down. The second triple for Gribovich. Wasn't even sure he was going to play today because of illness. Odom now has 4 assists. He's over 600 career, third most among active players in college basketball. 2-time transfer from Pacific and Pepperdine.
We talked so much about his scoring. Sometimes we lose the fact that he's an elite level passer as well.
Knocked away by Dak, out of bounds. Will stay with Arizona State. Back into the game is Jop. Ronchik will check in for Colorado. Tomorrow on ESPN2 at 1 Eastern time, Tulane and Florida Atlantic squaring off. Then at 5 o'clock in the Missouri Valley, Bradley and Murray State.
Bradley Braves have a good baseball program. Joe McCoy, one of our producers at ESPN, he played baseball for Bradley. I believe his WAR was like 4.3, which is near Hall of Fame level.
Chop got held on that pass attempt. I thought you were going to come with some great nuggets about both basketball games. Now you're throwing out ESPN producer info.
Well, I mean, I just imagine that Joe McCoy, a lifetime .273 hitter for the Bradley Braves, is probably going to pay attention to that contest.
Caceres picked up the foul for Colorado, his first, 5th on the Buffaloes. Skip pass to Ford, who drives, has a block.
Rotation.
Ronchik, who the Colorado coaches feel is likely their best NBA prospect. And they've done a good job of developing players in this program and sending guys to the NBA. 2 years ago, they had 3 first-round picks. Went to the tournament that year. Wing three-pointer is off target from Caceres. And here come the Sun Devils down 4.
That was a special group. KJ Simpson, Cody Williams, Tristan Da Silva.
And Da Silva's had some really good moments for Orlando. Williams playing better as well. Good defense by Ronchik. Odom has it poked away. Another Arizona State turnover. Hargress takes it all the way for the easy layup. He's got another basket and up to 11 points.
Colorado is blitzing those center on-ball screens with Mo Odom. They don't want to allow him any space. I don't bring that screen then with Jop.
Ford's 3 not even close.
And the reason why that is Jop is not necessarily a threat to hit that three-point shot. He can do it, but he just usually clogs up and brings congestion to the ball, where when you have a shooter, it opens up the floor and then it allows Odom's playmaking to take over.
Sanders, nice jump stop and finish inside. He's another talented freshman for Colorado. Doesn't look like a freshman, looks like he could be a linebacker. Freshman from Denver, 6'5", Josiah Sanders. Wearing number 5 for the Buffaloes. 8 minutes to play. The lead is 8, the largest for Colorado, which has made 7 of its last 8 shots. Wild attempt by Odom, who again continues to struggle scoring, does have the 4 assists.
Good passing by Colorado.
Ronchik inside, got hacked.
That is just good, crisp ball movement. Colorado started to turn it on. That's been the difference in this game. Like, Colorado has scored off those live ball turnovers, but they've also been able to score off the shooting turnovers of Arizona State, meaning wild shots that are off balance when you're not settled correctly, you're not in the flow of your offense. Colorado's done a good job capitalizing on that during this run.
7 of their 8 last attempts from the floor have been good, and they're knocking down their free throws. Ronchik is 5 of 5, and the lead is up to 10 now for the Buffaloes. Arizona State has gone 3 minutes without scoring. Spot up 3, Odom, not there.
His struggles continue, and for Arizona State to win, he has to be not just a facilitator. He does have to score at a high level, but he also has to be efficient in how he scores, and he has not been efficient over the last 4 games, and it's been a very slow start for him this afternoon.
3 for his last 26 from 3. You do get a bucket there, though.
That's one way to get yourself going. Throw it off the backside.
Well, finally on the board. Again, the 4 assists, though, but also 2 turnovers for Odom. Pull-up jumper, Ronchik, short. Arizona State just kind of stood around. Long rebound to the Buffaloes. McKaylee all the way to the basket. Jop defends it well. Stays with Colorado, and the shot clock down to 5. Hargress has to put it up, gets it away. And it pinballs right to Johnson, who'll bring it back out.
Someone in a white jersey has got to put a body on someone in a black jersey and finish off the possession with a defensive rebound. They're giving up far too many opportunities to Colorado on this possession.
See the offensive rebound number, Sean, overall +9 for Colorado on the glass.
And that's just a toughness and an aggressiveness that you need to have. And Colorado's not an elite level rebounding team. They've got a +4.8 in that category over the course of the season.
Holland penetrates, kicks it out. Hargress on the step back, puts the defender down and buries the long two. He is now 6 of 7 from the floor.
Small in stature, but he is strong at his base and plays in complete control.
It's right at his season average, and we've played 13.5 minutes. Makeba was looking for somebody to pass it to, turned around and was open and took the shot and missed it. Just 30% shooting for ASU. Colorado is at 52%. Dak on the back down. Holland. Pass broken up. Again ends up in the hands of a teammate, though. And Jop with the swat. Shot clock at 1. Johnson has it rejected again by Jop, and a shot clock violation.
Great individual effort defensively that time by Jop to close out and get multiple block shots. The first one just extending up, utilizing his length. The second one coming over in rotations with the shot clock expiring, and did a great job just disrupting the attack by Hargress.
If he gets stronger, what's his ceiling?
He can be a pro. Because he's shown the ability, he can shoot from the outside. He's explosive around the basket, Dave, and he can be a presence in the paint. But he just needs to add more strength to his lower body, and he needs to add a nasty streak on the glass.
He's been selective with his three-point shots, but he's made 3 out of 6. Makeba gets pushed as he drives the lane and will go to the stripe and shoot 2.
So you look at Jop, and he runs the floor. He sets really good screens. He can dive to the rim, which helps you space. He does shoot that trail 3 and pick and pop a little bit. He's got a little bit of a slow release. But his international experience of playing in the top tier ACB in Spain over the last year, I think really helped him grow. And now you see him come in, and in the last 4 games, he's asserted himself much more offensively for the Sun Devils, averaging over 16 points per game.
So there is some confusion amongst the officials as to who the shooter is, or maybe it's some blood on Makeba's hand there. So Makeba, who was supposed to shoot the free throws, shaken up. Not sure if it's blood or an injury, but Bobby Hurley selecting Gribovich to shoot the free throws.
And looking at that right arm of Makeba on the bench. And now they're trying to figure out who's shooting the free throws. Because Tad Boyle's like, wait, they just subbed out a 33% free throw shooter, and they put an 80% free throw shooter at the free throw line.
And the entire arena can hear Bobby Hurley right now.
And they're going to put Jop at the free throw line. 73% coming into this game.
Bobby Hurley saying it's my choice as to who I want to shoot free throws. That's why he's upset. And Jop hits the first one, so it works out okay for Arizona State.
You watch this release. Watch Jop's release. It's not bad for a player his size that's still developing. I mean, very fluid. And he is definitely the future building piece of this program as they move forward.
Missed his first 2 free throws, but got both of those and cuts the deficit to 8. Defensive intensity stepping up now for Arizona State. Johnson The other Johnson blows by him, and he knocks down a three.
Big Johnson defensively has to stay on his feet. I mean, this has been a clinic so far of a shot fake, and he just flies by and gives up open look after open look. And a good job by Colorado to continue to do it.
Odom's three, no good. Another 3-minute drought without a basket for Arizona State, and Colorado leads by 11. Johnson will try again. Back-to-back threes for Isaiah Johnson, who's number 2 in the country in bench scoring and number 1 among Power 4 schools. He's got 6 quick ones, 8.
Pretty good. I mean, the Clippers are starting to turn things around right now. They get Zubac back. You know, we have a big Clippers fan in my house, and my son Kellen is he's ride or die with James Harden.
Meanwhile, let's clean up the rule on the free throws for Arizona State, as they're going to get more here as Adams is fouled.
Bobby wanted to pick who shoots at the free throw line, but it's Tad's right to pick who's out on the floor who gets to shoot the free throw.
Malone picks up the foul. That's his first, and that's the 7th on Colorado, so bonus situation for Arizona State the rest of this first half. Tomorrow afternoon, ESPN has a women's basketball triple header with 5 ranked teams. Starts off with North Carolina, Stanford, and then you got Baylor, Iowa State, and LSU at Vanderbilt.
Audie Cooks, like, who can stop Audie Cooks for Iowa State? She continues to put up monster numbers, averaging almost 29 points per game, shooting 73% from the field. She's been huge for the Cyclones, who are outstanding on both the men's and women's side this year.
Meanwhile, Arizona State continues to struggle from the floor, just 30%, but starting to make its free throws, and they're back within 11. Another block for Arizona State. This time it's McCabe coming over with the rejection.
I believe that right arm is feeling fine.
McCabe backing down Holland. Double comes over. Dak got a piece of it. Another ASU turnover. Dak out of control. Another three-point attempt, but Johnson can't hit that one. Offensive rebound and stick back by Malone.
How do you not put a body on Malone? I mean, just the ability to get to the glass.
Wow, on the other end, Colorado doesn't get back, and Pick Johnson slams it. Malone with a turnaround, banks it in. Nice soft touch.
Elijah Malone came in with just 10 points combined in his last 3 games. He has 6 already.
Transferred from an NAIA school to Colorado. Grebevich missed the 3. Arizona State is 3 for 13 from behind the arc and down 14 at the 3-minute mark. Johnson off the back rim. Odom just 2 points, 5 assists. Basket for McCabe, +1. They are getting to the foul line. They do that very well. They're among the conference leaders in free throws made and attempt.
Portal players, they do. But Tad Boyle understands, for them to be successful, he's gone out and he's recruited really talented freshmen, and he believes in their player development program. And you see that with players like Isaiah Johnson in particular, and how well he started. The key for this program now and moving forward is going to be how committed is Colorado to keeping this roster together in this new era of NIL. If you're not willing to step up to keep players and retain players, it's going to make it really hard for a coach like Tad Boyle.
Foul on Josiah Sanders, his first. Bobby Hurley wanted a flagrant.
Years ago by the Associate Commissioner of the NBA in the 2nd round of the NBA draft, and today he was on the court for Baylor and had 5 points and 4 rebounds. It's unsettling times if you're a college basketball fan, trying to figure out A, the rules, B, how you still make this transformational in a very transactional environment that we're operating in.
2 free throws in possession after the flagrant, so Mayusin knocks down the foul shots. Arizona State back within 10 despite poor shooting from the floor, but they are 8 of 11 at the free throw line. Another turnover, though, by the Sun Devils. That has been an issue all season.
You just got to turn, face, and make a simple play. I mean, trying to thread it through at that angle, that's a very difficult post entry. The better option, by the way, on this catch is to swing it to the opposite corner. So turn face diagonally, throw it to the opposite corner. You've got Pig Johnson standing there with nobody around him.
6 turnovers on Arizona State. Now that's actually fewer than Colorado. The Buffaloes have committed 8 giveaways. Nearing 2 minutes to go. They break the press. But Arizona State gets a second defender back, so the Buffs will slow it down. Hargress drives into the lane, goes right into the chest of Mayusin and puts it in.
There's a technical foul. Yeah. He did the too small immediately after it, and he got teed up for it. And you see you have a flagrant 1 upgrade, and then you have a technical foul being called. And you see him just initiate the contact, finish through. And as I mentioned, so strong with his ability to score, but that right there got him the technical foul for taunting.
And it goes down as his first personal foul. So Odom at the line. Arizona State getting an opportunity to claw back into this game, or at least stay in the game at the free throw line.
And what's the most dangerous thing you can do for a shooter, Dave?
You put him at the line and give him a chance to get comfortable.
Right. Have the ball come off the fingertips and feel it come off his fingertips. And Mo Odom's one of those players that can struggle for 18 minutes of a half, and in the final 2 minutes go for 10 points in a blink of an eye and pull you right back into the game. And you wonder if getting to the free throw line and trying to find that rhythm of the ball coming off his fingertips, if Mo Odom can get something going here in the final 2.
So in the last minute, you've had two free throws and possession situations. One because of a flagrant, and the last because of a Class A technical foul on Hargress. Jop on the deep catch and finish, and the Sun Devils are back within 8.
Great pass by Mo Odom over the top of the defense. Delivered it on a dime.
Hargress off the screen. And a foul called on the drive by McKaylee. Only the 14th foul in Arizona State, but it was in the act of shooting. Gribovich picking up his second personal.
McKaylee starts at the free throw line here, and he's from Israel. And Tad Boyle talking about his recruiting process. He called McKaylee, and he was actually in his safety bunker on the first recruiting call that they ever had. And Tad goes, "It's the first time I've ever called a kid." He's like, "Yeah, coach, I'm in a safety bunker right now."
That's incredible to think about that. Meanwhile, the 48th annual FCS championship game is Monday at 7:30 Eastern. Illinois State and Montana State. Back to your story, though, that is incredible when you think about the situation some of these players are in, trying to get to America to play college basketball, and as a coach trying to recruit these players in the unique situations they're in, sometimes potentially deadly situations they're in.
And that's the part of, and the guys back in the studio, Coach Keats, Coach Greenberg, they've all done that over the course of their career of when you're recruiting somebody, you have to really understand and connect to that person. You have to understand where they're coming from, what their life experiences are. And Tad Boyle did a great job in the recruiting process, but that's one that, you think about all the things that players deal with. That's one you probably didn't have on your bingo card when you're making a call.
Minute and a half to go in the first half. Colorado by 10 over Arizona State.
They try to move Mo Odom off the ball here to see if they can free him up to get him a clean look from the outside.
Holland pokes it out of play. You mentioned Odom, just 2 points so far in the first half. And he's 1 for 6 from the floor, 0 for 3 from 3, but he does have 7 assists. He's still making plays, but the ball's not going in the basket. Timer at 7. They'll swing it to Odom, now to the corner. Johnson 3, not even close. 3 for 14 now is Arizona State from behind the arc. Underneath the basket, Ronchi kicks it out. Three-pointer short, rebound. Odom quickly ahead to Jop. And Jop under control in the open floor, able to get the layup.
What a find by Mo Odom. Mo Odom was being basically pulled to the floor as he let that pass go. And Jop Very smooth. Takes the contact. Able to finish up over the top. Hargress trying to get the charge. No way he was going to get that.
It's impressive, Sean, for a 7'1" freshman handling the ball on the open floor, knowing the smaller defender is going to try to draw the charge, and you're able to sidestep him so that you don't bowl him over.
That's why you asked me what's his ceiling look like. You know, you put on over the next year and a half, 20 pounds, continue to grow, continue to get some confidence, rebound the ball at a better clip, and Jop will hear his name called and go play in the NBA. And maybe come back to college. I don't know.
Hargress in the paint, kicks it out on the spot up three. Caceres. Fifth three-pointer for Colorado. And the first points of the game for Felix Caceres.
That was a big bucket. Arizona State was starting trying to get a little bit of that momentum going to the break.
Odom lobs, and the slam by Johnson, his second dunk.
How good is the awareness of Mo Odom, though, of where guys are and then just delivering it on a dime?
Hargress with one, leans in and scores at the buzzer. It was a rough start. 11 straight Big 12 Conference road losses for Colorado, trying to end that today.
But in 2023, they were in the Pac-12.
Oh, so true. Go back to the Big 12, then it's 2011. Yeah. So it was correct.
Look at we got you. Hey, you know, the one thing, too, about Colorado, you mentioned that Northern Colorado game. Well, they allowed Northern Colorado to shoot 73% in the second half. Colorado did not finish well at the rim at all in that game. They were 5 of 22. They've been much more efficient here in the first half, in particular, finishing in the paint, and that's been a big part of their offense. 22 points came at the rim.
Here's Odom. Drives and kisses it home. He matches his first half total from the floor with that shot.
That was a clean look, though, coming off that screen. They were unable to run multiple bodies at him and get the ball out of his hands. See if that ignites him.
Caceres goes baseline, bumped by Odom. That is his first foul.
Yeah, Mo Odom, you can call him a light switch, and I've seen him, whether it would be at Pepperdine or now here, where it can turn on. He sees one go through the rim, and then all of a sudden it just starts getting silly, and he's knocking down perimeter shots everywhere. If you're Bobby Hurley, that's what you're hoping for.
Ron Sheik with his first field goal. Had 5 points in the first half, all at the line. Lob the chop. Wow. I don't know if he intended for that to happen or if he just got lucky, but
I mean, the fact he got there at all is actually impressive.
Had 4 blocks in the first half. Had a drive and score in the first half. Traveling violation on Dak.
I mean, this pass was thrown somewhere near the top of the backboard, and Jop was calling for it. Not necessarily that high, but just the touch off of his fingertips is just beautiful. And I think he did mean to do that, watching it back.
Looking at the way he reacted after as well. Tough pass to handle there. Short distance between him and the passer, McCabe.
A lot of gas on that pass.
Hargress has it knocked away. And then that's a foul on Hargress, grabbing a hold of Mayusin. That is his third. That's something to keep an eye on. 3 personal fouls now on Barrington Hargress.
And just a lazy pass. And it's a very smart move to shoot the gap, and then the easy foul call there on the loose ball situation. I think if Arizona State had possession of the ball, that would have been a clear path foul. But because there was no possession of the ball in that, it's just a personal foul. But as you mentioned, 3rd personal foul for a player that had 17 points in the first half.
He's out of the game, and a chance for Arizona State to get maybe within 5. Another Colorado foul, 2nd team foul. It's going to be on Malone, his 2nd personal.
Mo Odom did a really good job of initiating the contact and drawing that foul. If they're going to double team, you can get in the body of the big and see if you can soften it up. Now, Colorado dominated on the glass, so can you get that interior presence in foul trouble and soften it up a little bit to try to even out the glass?
Odom doubled, chop in the high post, drives. Couldn't get that one to fall, but a foul underneath again on Colorado. Good work by McCabe on the glass. And they get Malone again, so that's 3 on Malone and 3 on Hargress.
And that's 3 fouls, by the way, on this possession down the court. It started with the loose ball foul by Hargress. Then you've had 2 fouls on Malone on this possession alone.
McKaylee will check in. They're going to get Malone out.
Malone was really effective in the first half. 3 of 4 shooting, had 6 points.
Nice pass inside out of the inbound, and Mayusin, or rather McCabe with the basket inside to make it a 6-point game.
Yeah, 2-possession game, and it just feels like this whole afternoon Arizona State hasn't played really good, clean basketball.
Another Colorado turnover. Getting loose with the basketball here to start the second half. Now 10 giveaways by the Buffaloes. McCabe going baseline. Ford with the skip. Mayusin puts it on the floor, stops at the foul line, and the jumper is short. Not a great look there in that possession. Johnson takes it all the way, and the putback by Bengot Dak.
Isaiah Johnson is looking to get downhill, and when he does, it collapses the defense. So if you're big out on the floor in black and you see Johnson drive the rim, get to the glass, because if he misses, you're going to have a putback.
Odom not even close on the 3-point try. Johnson fouled on the drive. Second foul on Arizona State here in the half. It's on Bryce Ford, his first.
Isaiah Johnson starting to make his impact. Hargress goes to the bench, and the luxury for Tad Boyle is you do have a freshman that can score the ball like Isaiah Johnson. He started Campbell Hall in the Los Angeles area. He was coached by David Grace, who's actually here in attendance at the game. And you talk about 4 games where he's had over 10 free throws attempted. That's one of the best aspects of his game, his ability to draw fouls.
Entry pass to Dak, who slams it home, plus a foul. Got a couple of great inbound passes here in the last couple possessions. That one for Colorado ends in a dunk, +1.
A good poison possession by Isaiah Johnson, surveying everybody, and Dak just gets right in front of Adams, and by the time that ball was received, Jop was too late in his rotation over from the weak side. Strong finish.
First on Adams. Dak's 75% free throw shooter, and Colorado's lead is back to 11. Buffaloes have scored the last 5 points. What a finish. That time by Johnson, hanging and putting it home. Dak driving, hanging, foul. More free throws. We'll get Gribovich for his 3rd personal.
And there's a sign of maturity, by the way, from Isaiah Johnson for Colorado. Like you think he maybe shoots that transition 3, but instead he has some poise and patience. Dumps it off to Dak, who just drives straight down the lane line and gets a trip to the free throw line. That's turning down a good shot to help make your teammate a little bit better and make their life a little bit easier.
Dak much improved the last couple of years. You go back 2 years ago, didn't play a ton, but 2 points per game. Last year about 8, and this year about 12. He's a junior from Lincoln, Nebraska.
And nearing another double-double. He has 2 already on the season, sitting at 8 points and 8 rebounds.
Colorado is now 10 for 10 at the line. And Dak has the last 6 points for the Buffaloes. And now a foul. A lot of whistles here in the first 4 minutes of the second half.
Well, if you're Arizona State, though, this press that we've seen throughout the course of the game, you do not pick up the ball the second you step over the half-court line. It just doesn't make sense, because it allows that trap to be that much more aggressive, knowing that you can't fall back. You can't pass the ball backwards over the back of the line. Otherwise, it's a turnover.
Nice move and another foul. We've had 9 fouls called in less than 4 minutes. This will send Mo Odom to the line.
If you like free throws, this might be your game.
He's got 11 assists.
What a crossover. Mo Odom's got that toughness, that grit to him. We talk about his field goal percentage and how he's struggling here today, just 2 of 8. But in Mo Odom's mind, he's about to be 1 of 1. I mean, that's how he always thinks when the ball hits his hands. He is a scorer.
Three of 3 at the line, 7 points for Odom. Got the same mindset as his head coach Bobby Hurley.
Well, he's got that New York toughness, right? Like New York, New Jersey toughness, that East Coast mentality, and I think that served him well. He's a natural leadership ability about him. He's a competitor who just wants to win, and you've seen that even here today with making winning plays with his assists.
Colorado able to break pressure, but Arizona State gets back. Ronchik in the corner. Puts it on the deck, tries to hit Dak, goes between his legs, a Colorado turnover. Odom in transition with a hesitation, drive and finish at the rim.
Every time it looks like Colorado might pull away, there's an opportunity for the Sun Devils to start with a defensive effort and turn it into offense. It's a double-double now for Mo Odom with 10 points and 11 assists.
And more points here in the second half than he had the entire first half. He had 4 at halftime, 6 already in the first 4.5 minutes of the second half. McKaylee's 3 spins out, ball pinballs out to Johnson. Johnson against the other Johnson, scores inside, and it's a 5-point game again.
Arizona State is at its best when it's out in transition. It's gotten free and played in front of the defense multiple times now. A lot of this run coming after Hargress picked up his 3rd foul and went to the bench.
Same for Elijah Malone, both with 3. Another block by Arizona State. Out of bounds. It will stay with Colorado. That's 5 blocks for Job.
For a team that's been struggling to score from beyond the arc, they've been much more aggressive. 10 of those 14 points have come in the paint. They've also been able to push and run off of defensive stops and rebounds.
Ronchik couldn't hit the 3 from the corner. Odom with the rebound. Jop, meanwhile, has 5 blocks. Wild shot by Odom. Jop saves it, though, to Odom. Gribovich, no good. Odom, offensive rebound. Can they get a good shot? Johnson. Batted home. I think Gribovich got it. Jop also took a swipe at it. It's a 3-point game.
Little things, the offensive rebounds by Mo Odom there, right? Turning down a shot, trying to hit the 3-point shot, get the rebound, kick it back out again. A lot of emotion and much better body language and play from the Sun Devils here in the second half.
Gribovich credited with the basket. 57-54 Colorado. On the pull-up, Holland gets it to go. His second field goal. Because of the foul trouble to Hargress. Holland playing more minutes. Malone is back out there playing with 3 fouls for Colorado. Jop showing good range that time, hitting another one.
Well, and also great awareness on that drive from Big Johnson to separate out into the corner and create that space to be open.
Jop has been really impressive here on both ends of the floor. And there was no way Johnson was going to try that shot with Jop hovering around the restricted area. Ronchik, powerful move, scores and fouled. A 3-point chance for Sebastian Ronchik. Mayuson's foul, his second and the 5th on ASU.
You know what happened? The defense collapsed, and you have to acknowledge the paint. Jop stays at home with Malone because of where Malone was positioned. And Ronchik did a great job of just driving a little crossover, a little fake away, and then rip to the center portion of the court and finish through the contact.
Colorado continues to make its free throws, now 11 of 11. Ronchik has made 6 of 6. He'll head to the bench. Dak back on the floor for the Buffaloes.
It slows down the pace again, too. We're forcing Arizona State to take the ball out of bounds and then be able to once again extend out this pressure.
Colorado trying to hang in there with Hargress on the bench. Nice poke away from behind by Holland. Holland making plays on both ends of the court. Gribovich with the deflection, but Dak controls it, tries to throw it out of bounds off of Gribovich, and he does.
This game has gotten fun here in the second half. I mean, both teams have been in a much better flow offensively. They're both shooting better than 50%.
Johnson to the bench, and back into the game comes McCabe.
And for Arizona State, one of the things they were doing a good job of was limiting their turnovers. And they were 4-0 in points off of turnovers in the second half. See if Colorado's able to capitalize on that turnover.
An easy path to the basket created by Malone. He sealed the defender, and that allowed Isaiah Johnson to get all the way to the bucket. Gribovich on the other end. Rainbow three is short. Colorado ball. Johnson again puts it on the floor. Missed that time. Arizona State ball ahead to Pig Johnson. 1-on-4. He takes it all the way and scores. Didn't matter how many defenders were there. He was going to attack.
So aggressive and so smooth is Pig Johnson. He gets downhill and he's looking to come right at you. And just out in the open floor, the NAIA transfer, utilizing his athleticism and the opportunity in his first Big 12 game to get downhill and make something happen.
Meanwhile, Mayusin picks up his third foul on the other end. Johnson with 15 points for Arizona State. And another Sun Devil foul. This will be the 7th team foul on Arizona State, so it's going to be a 1-and-1. They're shooting free throws the rest of the game as Odom picks up his second free throw. And Josiah Sanders, only a 48% free throw shooter on the season, trying to keep Colorado's perfect free throw shooting going, but he can't, missing the front end. Arizona State down 6. Had some good early season wins. Texas, Oklahoma, Santa Clara, Washington State. Lost 2 in a row, though, at UCLA and against Oregon State. Colorado, 3 losses on the year. They started 8-0 for the first time since 1949. Mayusin way off the mark. Down court, a foul as Holland got tangled up that time with Johnson.
If that was your game that you did last week, the Cotton Bowl, that would be pass interference, 50 talent. We saw Darren Peterson return. He had 26 in the loss today for Kansas. A.J. DeBonsa has been absolutely incredible for BYU. He had 24 and 8 today. And we talk so much about that. We even forget to mention that J.T. Toppin is back in this conference for Texas Tech. And he had a double-double today. So did Christian Anderson in his role of 19 points, 13 assists for Texas Tech. This is a loaded conference from top to bottom. That's why this game for both of these two teams is so important, that figure to potentially be in that middle tier of this conference. And if you're in the middle tier in the Big 12, you're going to the NCAA tournament.
I was going to ask you how many teams that you think get in based on what you've seen through the first month and a half of the season.
8.
Ford for 3.
A lot of these threes aren't even close. Nope. I think if you're Arizona State, look at how you got back in the game, was being aggressive, attacking the paint. Now you're settling for 3-point shots.
Yeah, they're 3 for 19, 0 for 5 from 3 in the second half. Another strong take by Sanders, and Colorado's lead is back to 10. Can Arizona State be patient? Good pass that time. Good defense, though. And another tip-in, this time by McCabe.
McCabe is wearing that brace on that right hand. He took a fall earlier in this game, and they had the trainer looking at it. He returned to the contest, but he is wearing a brace, something that he wasn't wearing in the first half.
So Hargress playing with those 3 fouls. Lobs for Dak. Deep catch on the baseline and able to bank it in. It wasn't pretty, but it falls.
Jop on the sideline, waiting to check back into the game. He's going to get in because of a turnover, which is not what Coach Hurley would want. But you can see immediately when Jop went to the bench how Colorado goes immediately to the paint, and there's not another rim protector on this Arizona State roster.
9 turnovers, but it feels like more. Maybe that was your point in the first half when you said missed shot turnovers.
Well, yeah, you have shooting turnovers as well. I mean, just, shots that aren't even close to the basket or just rocks going off the backboard because they're poor shots that aren't in the flow or the rhythm of the offense.
Ronchik driving and a foul call.
He's just so smart, right? Like, I mean, he plays the game at his pace. He doesn't get sped up. He knows exactly where he wants to get to, and once he can shift your body weight, he thinks he can get by you and get downhill. I mean, it's not like he's a quick first step. He doesn't have that burst on that first bounce, but his ability to jab and get you to lean and then use that against you. Very smart, tactical basketball player.
That's the first miss for Gribovich, or rather for Ronchik. Gribovich picked up his 4th foul. He's going to have to go to the bench. Back-to-back misses now for Colorado as a team after making its first 13 free throws. But Ronchik was 6 of 6 at the line before this trip. Got the curtain of distraction going there. You see a panda bear off kind of in the distance. So even though the student section isn't here, they still have the curtain of distraction in the second half for free throws.
It's not your family, right?
No, they're at home.
Okay.
Here's Odom for 3, a much-needed hit.
That's the first made 3 in the second half for Arizona State, and first made 3 for Mo Odom.
13 points, 11 assists. Arizona State back with an 8. But every time Arizona State's made a big shot or made a run, Colorado's had an answer. And sometimes it comes in the form of free throws, as it will here, because McKaylee was fouled by McCabe. And that is 10 team fouls now at the 9:35 mark.
You like free throws, this might be your game.
Two-shot situation, and the first free throw is good. Tomorrow on ESPN2 at 1 Eastern time. You got Tulane in Florida Atlantic. Then it's Bradley and Murray State in a Missouri Valley Conference matchup at 5. McKaylee makes them both. Colorado 73, Arizona State 63 midway through the second half here in Tempe. And now a Colorado foul. 16 fouls, so they had 1 to give there. Caceres picking up his first personal.
Whichever team can play defense down the stretch without fouling is going to win this game. Let's just make it that simple. It's not even about shot making right now. It's about who's going to defend and just contest shots and stay between the basket and be able to do so without fouling.
Arizona State working the perimeter. Back-to-back threes for Mo Odom.
This could get really silly here really quickly with Mo Odom.
Got 12 in the second half. The next one will be a heat check. Argress, nice cross. Boy, a lot of contact. This time they don't blow the whistle. Shot clock at 8. Ronchik spinning. Good cut and fine by Ronchik. Caceres with the basket.
A beautiful back cut as Mo Odom was caught watching the ball.
Mayusin, 3 no good. Argress passes inside, and a reach-in foul that will send Caceres to the line.
Last possession for Colorado. Caceres also was the beneficial of this one. Watch Mo Odom kind of watching the ball, and he lose track of where his guy is. By the time he realized it, he was already at the rim, and an easy finish.
They get Job for the foul.
Caceres has been a spot-up three-point shooter this year, and oh my gosh, C3PO.
C3PO that clearly had too much to eat on New Year's Eve.
For all Star Wars fans out there, we apologize. I mean, it is entertaining.
They are very creative.
And they got the miss, and I'm sure it was because of that.
Odom may have carried, but he puts it in and a foul. Doesn't matter whether he carried or not. It wasn't called. Tad Boyle wasn't happy. Count the basket and a free throw. So count the basket. 18 points, 14 now this half for Mo Odom.
After going 1 of 6 in the first half, 5 of 7 here so far in the second half.
Makes his free throw, and it's a 7-point game nearing 8 minutes to play. Johnson almost got the steal. Isaiah Johnson gets it into the front court to Holland.
Amazing hands actually by Isaiah Johnson to try to hold on to that one, because Big Johnson coming over the top had the opportunity to take that one away.
Hargress goes away from the screen. Good defense by Pig Johnson. Ronchik driving. Jop plays it well. Out of bounds off of Colorado. 7:52 to play in Tempe. Colorado by 7. McCabe with the slam, and Arizona State is back within 5. Ronchik kicks it back out. And not a lot of contact, but a foul on McCabe. So free throws for Colorado again. 2 on McCabe.
A little down screen, and then McCabe steps out to set the screen, and then they got caught in rotations on Job.
Boy, Job continues to impress, Sean.
He has pro feel to him at times. You know, like he's not there yet. His numbers are good, right? But he's not there yet. But you can close your eyes and say, okay, if he puts on a little bit more weight, he's got 15 points. He's done great at blocking shots. He only has 3 rebounds in this game. And if there's one area that you're going to continue to harp on him about, you got to rebound the basketball. And if you're Arizona State, you need him to rebound the basketball at a higher clip than what he's doing.
He only averages 5 a game. Santiago Truitt is their leading rebounder at 5.5. But he's out today at Arizona State in this game despite -11 on the glass. More made free throws for Colorado, and it's a 7-point lead.
Just a bad place to pick up the dribble again.
Another turnover. Hargress in transition. The follow tip not there the first time, but Ronchik cleans it up. Arizona State getting it out quickly, though. McCabe downhill.
Oh, my goodness.
Defensive foul. 3-point chance on a thunder dunk by McCabe.
There was some ill intentions right there. Sports Center, are you watching? Because if you are, you're going to see it later tonight. Oh my goodness. When the train is coming down the tracks, get out of the way. Oh.
Especially at that point where he's past the logo, the Big 12 logo. At that point, you know what's coming. Just get out of there.
You got to make a business decision.
And that gets the crowd on its feet, fires up the entire Arizona State bench, and it's a 6-point game. Plus, that's 4 fouls on Ronchik.
You got me on my feet.
Allen with the pump fake and drive. Shot clock down at 2. Johnson can't hit it. Johnson rebounds, bad outlet. Odom saves it, almost collides with Lou Dort, who's in attendance tonight. Just missed him. And no basket. Stepping out of bounds was Isaiah Johnson before he took that three-point shot.
Arizona State has to continue to play with extreme pace. Their best possessions have come when they've played fast and when they've been aggressive.
McCabe on the high post, drives, tries to muscle it up the first time, got it to go the second time. Arizona State back within 4 with 6 minutes to play.
And he's up to 15 now, McCabe. And this is how he played at Oakland. He was really aggressive, always wanting to get to the paint in the basket, utilizing that upper body strength.
McKaylee has it rejected. Johnson split in the defense, not giving it up. And then a foul on Odom. Not a smart foul there by Colorado. That will send Odom to see it snap, but you can see the shot clock wobbling. They had to fix it. Took them about a minute or so to get it reattached.
That was an impressive dunk.
Arizona State within 3, 5.5 to go here in the second half. Big 12 opener for both teams. Caceres may have pushed off. He did. Offensive foul on Felix Caceres.
Turnovers starting to mount up a little bit here in the second half for Colorado. And some of those turnovers, this one not a live ball, but if you're Arizona State, keep your foot on the gas. Do not slow up the pace of this game. Do not allow this press to attack you and make you play passive. Be aggressive. You get to the free throw line on drives.
Third foul on Caceres. An important possession for Arizona State. They could have tied it. Instead, they turned it over. Hargress on the other end. McCabe recovers to get the rejection. This guy's jumping out of the gym on both ends of the court. Here's Odom, who's had a brilliant second half. Gonna pull it out with a shot clock at 10. Odom was 16 here in the half, 4 in the first half. Odom to the basket. It rolls off the rim, but he'll go to the line for 2.
And Malone picks up the foul there. That'll be his 4th personal foul as foul trouble continues to mount for Colorado. But the hustle of McCabe has been huge. We saw the offensive hustle and the finish at the rim, but how about this one? Not giving up on the play, not anticipating the make, tracking all the way back down and getting in a high-level, elite block shot to keep it a one-possession contest.
You mentioned the foul trouble. 2 players with 4. Malone and Ronchik. Hargress has 3. Caceres has 3. The first free throw in and out for Odom.
He's missed his last 2.
And he is one of the top free throw shooters in the country. In fact, he had not missed a free throw at home this season before today.
Somebody should check the backboard to make sure it's still level. Maybe McCabe messed up the backboard.
Odom got the second one. Classy move, too, by Odom. During the break, he ran over a fan when he went for that loose ball earlier during live action. He checked over to make sure that that fan was okay during the break. 7 straight points for Arizona State. Back within 2. Nearing 4 minutes to play.
A mismatch underneath if they can get the ball to him.
They do. Dak goes up quickly with it. Missed the shot, and it's rebounded by McCabe.
McCabe read that brilliantly. Came over and helped.
Jop got possession. Slams it down to tie the game. Plus he's fouled.
And Mo Odom impacts the game offensively with his scoring ability, and that time just his head is always up. He's always surveying the court to see if there's something out in front of him. And good job by McCabe. Get the ball to Odom. Watch Odom's eyes. They are looking, found him. And just a great rim run by Jop. And if you're a big man playing with Mo Odom and you can run to the rim and you have your hands ready, he's going to find you and make your life real easy.
Dak commits the foul, his second. Both teams in the double bonus. Possession arrow favors Arizona State as Jop gives ASU the lead.
First time since it was 7-4 with 15:29 left on the clock in the first half.
And a foul inside. Ronchik will go to the line. Arizona State has come back from 10 down to take the lead here late in the second.
In the second half against Northern Colorado for the Colorado Buffaloes, they allowed Northern Colorado to shoot 74% in the second 20 minutes. With 3:50 left to go here, they've given up 43 points in the second half here tonight.
Defensive intensity has not been there for Colorado. Ronchik, though, makes both free throws. And the Buffaloes are 21 of 24 at the line tonight. Their lead is 1. 3:45 to go.
I want the ball in the hands of Mo Odom as much as possible.
McCabe gets the pass, and he's fouled. Well, he went to fly up again to slam it, but he got hacked, and he'll shoot 2.
I saw him play at Oakland at the Diamond Head Classic last year, and I was so impressed with his ability to square his shoulders, have his hands ready, and then just go through contact and finish. And we haven't seen him offensively at that same level this year. Only 6.1 points per game after being second team All Horizon League last year. But he has been a big part of what has gone right for Bobby Hurley and the Arizona State Sun Devils here in the second half.
3 key missed free throws, though, for Arizona State here down the stretch. 2 by Odom, now 1 by McCabe. He gets the second one to tie the game at 82. Two teams that appear to be much improved from a year ago when Colorado won just 3 conference games and Arizona State only won 4. Johnson may have gotten tripped. Dak underneath, and he traveled. 15th Colorado turnover. Arizona State looking to get the lead back.
Well, if he didn't travel, Jop was going to have another block shot, which would have been his 7th of the game.
Three minutes to play. Odom uses the screen. Johnson driving baseline. Comes back the other side. Timer down to 10. Johnson finds Odom. Shot clock at 5. Odom sees it. Timer at 2. Odom trying to free himself. Gets the shot away and it won't fall. Rebound Dak. Argris hung that time with Odom the entire way. Johnson and fouled. Mayusin, not a smart foul there. 25 feet away from the basket.
Well, also not a smart foul because he was playing him to go to his right hand when he's a lefty. So you allowed him to cross you over and get downhill and get this trip to the free throw line.
First free throw is good. Tomorrow afternoon, we've got an ESPN women's basketball triple header with 5 ranked teams in action. Baylor, Iowa State, LSU, Vandy, and we'll start it off at 1 Eastern time with number 16 North Carolina and Stanford. Second free throw rattles around it, out for Johnson. And Arizona State gets it up the court quickly, and Colorado knocks it out of bounds.
Looks like Pig Johnson tweaked his ankle just a little bit. He was kind of rotating that right ankle as he was on the ground and stayed there for a second before he got back up. If I'm Arizona State, set an on-ball screen, get downhill. Don't settle for a perimeter shot.
Jop drives and kicks. Johnson, instead of taking the shot, takes it all the way to the basket and scores. And the Sun Devils take the lead again.
And they're going to give a delay game warning against Pig Johnson after the finish. But that's exactly what I was alluding to. You've got to get downhill. You can get to the free. Good things are going to happen. You can get fouled, go to the free throw line, or you're going to be able to continue to score points in the paint at an elite level clip like they have throughout the course of the second half.
Nearing 2 minutes to play. Colorado led by as many as 14, but now trails by 1. Back and forth here in the last couple minutes, exchanging the lead. Johnson's got the big guy on him. He'll drive on Job, and he gets it home off the window. What a shot. "13 points for one of the top bench scorers in all of college basketball." Mayusin looking for his first field goal. It's short. He'll track down the rebound and throw it back out, though, to Johnson. He gets it back, lets it fly. Can't hit. Another miss for him. And then a foul in Arizona State that will send Johnson to the line on the other end for 2 more free throws.
He's 0 for the game. I mean, 0 for 6, 0 for 5 from deep. I think after that first miss, understanding time and possession, I'm not sure that was the right shot to take. You love the shooter's mentality of saying, hey, the next one's going through. But the guys that have got you there in the second half have been largely Mo Odom, McCabe, and Pig Johnson. All 3 of them out on the floor. Let them cook here in the final minute and 30 seconds.
4th foul on McCabe. So 3 Arizona State players with 4, 2 Colorado players with 4.
How smooth is Isaiah Johnson, by the way? That last possession, playing like a veteran, got to that left hand, able to finish over the top of Jop, and then gets to the free throw line right now. Just plays with such great composure.
Freshman from Los Angeles.
His dad, a legendary NBA trainer.
25 points last game. Jop got deep position. And a foul on Dak. That's 4 on him. So 3 Colorado players join the 3 Arizona State players with 4 personal fouls. And Jop will be at the line for 2.
The back line of that press has been caught a couple of times cheating up and in a position where they've been able to throw it over the top of their heads and apply pressure at the rim.
Jop is 24 for his last 29 at the free throw line. After a slow start this season, with his foul shots, been much better of late. Connects on the first one. "19 points, a handful of blocks, make that 6 blocks for Jop." Calmly buries both free throws. Arizona State back within 1 of Colorado, just outside a minute remaining. Johnson staring down the shot, gives it up to Hargress with a timer at 10. Hargress driving. Dak blocked by Jop, his 7th rejection, but a foul inside of McCabe as Ronchik got the rebound, and McCabe's fouled out.
McCabe, who'd come up so big so many times after the block shot by Jop. The length of Jop and the ability to erase space. And he just got caught in the wrong position on the weak side. He great job on the interior, by the way, by Ronchik to get inside of him, closer to the rim, and not allow himself to get rooted out.
Ronchik gets the first free throw. He is now 10 of 11 at the line. Colorado is 25 of 29.
If they win this game, I mean, it's the free throw line that would get it for him.
But he missed the second one. Arizona State ball, inside a minute to go, trailing by 2.
This is Mo Odom time. He has to make the play.
And that pass hit the rim. He was trying to get it to Jop, and then Jop commits a foul. Just his first, but 2 more free throws on the other end for Colorado.
I just don't think that's the play that you want in that moment. Like, hey, he's been great throughout the course of the night. He's limited his turnovers, but you come off that screen and Jop is throwing it with his hand up there, but you don't need it. Understand time and possession.
No good on the first try by Dak, so make or miss, it'll still be a 1-possession game. Dak's a 75% free throw shooter. Curtain of distraction working the first time, but not on the second free throw. So a timeout by Tad Boyle with Colorado up 3, 45 seconds to play.
It's this game in Maui that can take it over and wants the ball in his hands in this moment.
Hargress will pick up Odom. Chop will set the ball screen. Odom gave up his dribble and turned it over. Johnson doesn't have to rush, but he drives all the way and is fouled.
That was just 2 possessions in a row where Mo Odom turns the ball over. He had 2 turnovers the whole night, and he has 2 on the last 2 possessions. And you've just got to be sure with the basketball. They set the down screen to the on-ball screen, which they almost start every single possession with. And he picks it up, and he just telegraphed his pass, and he tried to bring it back, and the ball just got away from him.
14 turnovers by Arizona State. Mayusin fouled out. Second player for ASU to foul out here late.
And by the way, at that same point in time, the reason the turnover happened, Colorado fought through the screen and was in the proper position in denial, trailing right on his hip, and that's what forced Mo Odom to try to hold that ball and then eventually turn it over.
Johnson makes it a 2-possession game with the first free throw.
So impressed with these young freshmen. And Tad Boyle and his staff did a great job finding, recruiting, and bringing him to Colorado, and he has stepped up here on the road in his first game in the Big 12.
Arizona State's got to hurry. Pull up 3 from Johnson is good. He wanted a foul called. Now a timeout by Bobby Hurley. It's back to a 2-point game, and that only took about 6 seconds off the clock for that bucket.
Pig Johnson just so good getting downhill, right? So you try to back up a little bit, you back up enough, and he can hit that shot. And this guy was outstanding at the NAIA level. How'd they find him? Twitter. He posted a highlight video, and Bobby Hurley's son found the video on Twitter, sent it to the staff, goes, hey, this guy looks like he can play. They found the one game he played against Division I opponent, had 17 points in that game, and they said, you know what? I think we're right. I think we found something here. Let's bring him in. And he has been a difference maker this season, adding scoring, much needed scoring off the bench, and a huge shot right there in a big moment.
He's got 20 points in the Big 12 opener.
I'm just going to start farming on Twitter to see what I can find.
That's how it works these days. Any way you can get noticed, right? And you know coaches are checking it. So you get something that goes viral, or even get a friend to pass it along to somebody he knows in the coaching profession, you're going to get a look. Colorado gets it inbounds. Arizona State has to foul, and Gribovich did, and then just fouled out. That's going to be the 3rd Arizona State player to foul out here down the stretch. 2 free throws on the other end for the Buffaloes. Didn't look like he wanted a foul just there.
No, Bob Hurley didn't look like he wanted to see him foul right there either. But I think now you're trying to make the decision of who goes in. You got limited numbers sitting over there on the bench. It's Marcus Adams who's going to come in.
Yeah, you're really down to him or
Trevor Best,
who's barely played.
Yeah.
Best played 2 minutes in the first half. Johnson got the free throw. So it's a 3-point game. The next one, if it goes, means Arizona State would need 2 possessions. They do have 2 timeouts. Oh, he is unfazed by the moment. Knocking down the late free throws here as the lead is 4. Odom stops at the 3-point line. Batted out. Johnson will pull it back. Has it rejected. Ronchik is fouled. And Colorado, with 8.7 seconds remaining, will go to the free throw line up 4.
Really impressed with the Colorado Buffaloes, Dave, and the fact that they gave up the lead. The momentum was on the side of Arizona State. Everything was kind of trending in the Sun Devils' direction. And Hargress was on the bench. He has not scored here in the second half. He had foul trouble. And time again, the Colorado Buffaloes have been able to manufacture points, in particular at the free throw line. They are 24 of 30 in the second half from the free throw line.
Ronchik got them both. Arizona needs a 3, a steal, and a 3 in now 5 seconds. Well, that's not going to work. Adams missed it, and the game is over. Colorado gets its first conference win in 2 years, its first Big 12 win in 15 years on the road. As they win this one.